seeing everyone staying in tents in the parks in the spring and in the summer, I've just never seen so many people sleeping outside before in Toronto.
28-year-old carpenter Khaleel Seivwright is no stranger to putting the time in to help curb the homeless crisis.
I guess I figured this is something I know how to do. I know it works.
The Scarborough resident has built what he's calling durable, insulated, tiny shelters for homeless people across Toronto. Seivwright says that his tiny shelters have been well received.
There's one person in particular that I dropped the shelter off for, and she let me know that she was thinking that she would have died that night. She didn't think that she would have made it through the night, considering the other nights leading up to that night.
The City of Toronto, however, are not on board with the tiny shelters. First, Seivwright received a letter saying he needs to stop producing the shelters about a month ago. And then, most recently, the homes were being taken away by city trucks.
What exactly is the thought, consideration of fire with respect to these units?
Great, thank you. So through the chair, fire's position, especially after the year we have had with the number of encampment fires, including 10 this weekend, is that these structures that are being constructed, and specifically these foam pods, are not safe.
Toronto Fire and the city have deemed these tiny shelters a fire hazard. They also say they are ramping up enforcement as they have responded to more than 240 encampment fires, which Toronto Fire says is an increase of 250%. One person has died as a result.
I've appealed to City Council, I've appealed to the mayor. They have declared these structures fire hazards without actually doing any sort of inspection on them and communicating with them and asking them to come and get Toronto Fire Department to come and do an inspection on them so that we can move forward to work together.
Encampments are not permitted in city parks as per the parks bylaw. The City of Toronto also sent CityNews a photo of one of the shelters. However, Seivwright says this incident was arson, and the reason the structure was burned was during the investigation as fire crews tore apart the shelter. Toronto Fire's district chief told CityNews that that information is inaccurate and that this fire was not classified as intentional. Seivwright says he will continue to create these shelters. You can find more information on his efforts by heading to our website, citynews.ca/extras. Brandon Rose, City News.